podcast. Today I'm going to talk about some new yarns that I've received and showing some work in progress projects. I haven't finished anything in a couple of days, so I only have some whips to show you. But anyway, first about those yarns. Earlier this month, it was in July, I received these yarns from kettuyarns from Finland. These are dyed by a Finnish dyer called Kettyyarns. Kettu is a fox in Finnish. So the label kind of shows what this yarn is about. And I chose a color called Foxy because I wanted, first of all, I just fell in love with this color. This is just perfect. I haven't tried this kind of yarn before. This is a super wash merino wool with Donegal nets, which is viscose, but I fell in love with this color, and I'm thinking about making a little cardigan jacket from this. So these are just perfect yarns for this, and the color is amazing. Look at this. It's like a copper orange, like it's just perfect. My color exactly. She lives in Kotka, Finland. It's southern coast of Finland, and she has a little yarn store. I haven't visited there before. I hope to visit there sometime, but I haven't visited there before, and I just recently learned from her yarns, and they are just beautiful. Go to the web store. You can also find her on Instagram called Lankakaappi. I will put all the info below on this video. It's www.lankakaappi.fi. It's probably impossible to see from this video, but I will put all the info below. And of course, if you search with hashtag kettuyarns, you might find also some info. It's at Lankakaappi on Instagram. They are just perfectly soft, and the color is amazing. It's just perfect. Another yarn that I received today, actually, are these. These are from Q-Lana Kempen. She's from Germany. I also received this lovely project pack. It was a surprise to receive a project pack with the yarns. I'm so happy that I got it because it's much more easier to show you all the info there. www.qlana.de. You can find her yarns there. I also got some stitch markers, which are here. I haven't used these kind of stitch markers before. These are so lovely. All different colors. I think there are 5 of these different colored stitch markers. Really nice, lovely markers. Yes, I'm putting them there so that they don't disappear. I tend to lose my stitch markers. They will disappear some. I got 6 skeins of these. These are my collaboration yarns. I'm thinking about making a cardigan from these. So both these kettuyarns and these are turning into a cardigan. Or two cardigans, not the same. Two cardigans, of course. Her label says that Wolle macht glücklich. I have read some Deutsch in school. I have learned short Deutsch, which is I know that it says that wool makes happy. Wolle macht glücklich. But I don't know that much Deutsch that I could or German that I could speak German. But it's Deutsch in Deutsch and it's Deutsch in German and it's Saksa in Finnish, the language, German. So I love the label, Wolle macht glücklich. It really does. When I opened the package, I was really happy to see all the yarns. And the colorway that this, the light is bad. I have to put in front of my face, so no, there is too much light today. It's called kurkuma. Kurkuma is also a Finnish word for this spice, kurkuma. And the color is just perfect. This is 100% Highland Merino, non-superwash Merino. It's sport weight, 300 meters, 100 grams. It's really, really nice color. And this, actually, I didn't say, this kettuyarn is fingering weight, so it's 400 meters or 435 yards in 100 skein. So these 3 skeins will easily make a cardigan, and these 6 skeins will easily make a cardigan. I have ideas of these cardigans, but I don't want to talk about them. You will see later what kind of ideas I will have, but they are completely different from each other, and I'm trying some new things with those, so you will see later. Then about those work in progresses, a few episodes back I talked about my sock problem, that I had a problem with socks, that all of my socks were broken, and I didn't want to fix them, because at least for me it's easier to knit a new pair of socks than fix the old ones. But probably I should fix those too, because I'm a lazy sock knitter. I tend to have a terrible second sock syndrome, that it's not easily fixed. So I have made a sock and I have another here, so they are progressing slowly. Last week when we were traveling with our family in Finland, I had only this knitting with me there, because I thought that if I take a sock knitting with me and anything else, I would have to knit these socks, so that's why I took only sock knitting with me. And yeah, I have a sock. I haven't blocked it yet, but it's finished. And when I talk about in that episode in which I told you about those broken socks, there was one comment left that said that it looked like that I have a loose gauge that would make the sock more easily broken, that they wouldn't last. So this time I'm using super small needles, because I'm trying out to see if the sock would last longer. But I think I use socks almost every day in summer too, so my socks are in winter at last, they are really heavily used. So I believe that my heavy use of socks is the reason why they got so easily broken, and they will be holding there. So we'll see what happens. But these are pretty tight for me now, because those cage is so small, and but we'll see what happens with these. I have designed these socks by myself. These are kind of same from the socks that I knit before. They have one panel in the middle, and then some side panels there, and the back of the sock is also the same. Then I have a normal double knitting heel, and the bottom is stockinette stitch. I also thought about making a double knitting bottom, but I didn't. But we'll see how this will turn out. This is the yarn that I'm using for these. It's a plain sock yarn that I've used before. It's opal yarn. I've used this before. This is some old collaboration yarn that I received a few years back, and I received it quite many skeins, or balls of yarn, so there are plenty of it. There is probably plenty of this, making another pair too. Then I have I finished my one shawl, but then I have this colorwork project that I have started. I've ripped this now like 4 times. It seems that always when I start a colorwork project, I'm ripping it at least 6 times. So this is a 4th time that I've ripped it, because I changed my mind, like yes, I changed my mind 4 times. I first draw a chart for this, a yoke chart. Then I thought that no, it's not good. Then I draw another one. Then I started to knit it, and I was disappointed with that too. So I had to rip that back. And about the yoke charts, it seems that they look better in a paper than they are then with knitting, and I wasn't happy, so I had to rip that back. But now I'm at the point where I think I'm happy, at least at this point. And this is going to be all colorwork design. I haven't done that before, but it's and it was challenging to design, because I had to think about the stitches for each size to match the sleeves, the body, everything. So it was a bit difficult, at least for the sleeves, but I got into a solution, and I think probably it will work just fine. But I'm now knitting my sample, and then it will be available for test knitting sometime later. Yes, that's that's about it. I don't have any other work in progresses at this time. I am going to start this project pretty soon because I have promised. There is a little, well, there isn't that schedule timetable, but I have promised that I will start it in this month, so it will be on my needles very soon after I have caked those skeins into a balls of yarn. That's about it. Thank you for watching. There wasn't any large project in this episode, but maybe in the next episode then. Bye! Have a nice summer!